Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3 as the Dark Urge and trying to maximize our experience. Just starting out here, kind of in the west side of Act 2. Again, I took the path, I guess the northernmost path across. I mentioned at the end of the previous video, but down here, kind of where my mouse pointer is at, is where Roland is at, and you know, just wanted to avoid him for the time being. Basically, as you get near the spot where I'm at here, you'll have a pretty decently sized battle here with a bunch of shadow cursed harpers, as well as some what are these other things called shadows. And here, excuse me, here in the center is a statue or something with, I think it's 3 plaques around it. And you just need to interact with these in order to get, and also have Gale with you. This is an inspiration for Gale. I don't know if you need to do these perception checks correctly. But basically I interacted with all 3 of them, and then I think I went back to the original one and checked it out again. So I'm not exactly sure if they're supposed to be in they must be in a certain order that you're supposed to interact with them or something. I don't know, but that does get you the Tenets of Loss, which is an inspiration for Gale. Oh boy, that's right. It's way down here now. Yeah, this is so bizarre. But yeah, that's, you know, pretty quick inspiration for you right there. Okay, next up in the Shadowlands here. So this is where the big fight was at, and we just want to go directly north. Make sure that you've got Will with you. And we'll go save Arabella, who is hanging out right here.
Twist him up. Sorry.
Twist him up. Alright, that's a powerful spell. Where'd you learn to do that? How about you teach me those powers of yours?
Still can't find him.
And then I'll find your parents. You can count on me.
Just till you find Mum and Pop.
And muster some kindness for once. Offer her shelter.
So you send Mum
and there it is. Greatness thrust upon them. And then obviously we're going to end up taking out these 2 shadows here as well. Alright, next up is an inspiration for Lae'zel. Basically, after you've rescued Arabella and she's in your camp, and you've also, I guess, witnessed the fate of her parents, you can then speak with her in the camp, tell her what happened to them, and you will get the, I think it's Realities of War, which is a inspiration for the soldier, or in my case, Lae'zel. Okay, so next up is here in the House of Healing. You need to do, or you need to read a book here, which is all the way in the back of the area. So what you want to do is kind of go around the outside. You'll see that, what is this guy? Malice Thorm is kind of doing some sort of operation here in the middle of the room, and there's a way to kind of go around to avoid him. So definitely do that, and then you just want to come right into the back and read the Surgery and Physiology, a Sharon's Primer. And that will give us a specific option here for this next conversation that we need. Also, you need to have, or you're at least going to want to have Shadowheart and Lae'zel. They're going to get both. Actually, I think Lae'zel gets 2 inspirations out of this, and then Shadowheart's going to get 1 as well. Astarion is actually going to get some approval too, so kind of something for everybody here. And then on top of that, 1 inspiration for the Dark Urge. So let's go on in here and start this conversation. I'm going to skip through a lot of this stuff because it's creepy and weird. You want to go with a student, yes. Do please enlighten me. And then we're going to go with this cleric religion option. Recall what you know of Shar's blasphemous teachings.
Let us finish the cure.
Let us finish the cure. Let's not. I'm going to save here. I explored all the different the options, and this one actually wasn't that bad, or it's one of the easier ones to actually do. So Alright, that one is good. Next up here, you're going to want to go with your subject is tainted. Char's succor must only be granted to the willing, which bypasses that check altogether, which is really nice. Okay, so here's your options. What you actually want to do here is go with either the top option or the middle option. You don't want to go with the fighter persuasion option, which is sparring is vital to progress. This makes the nurses kill each other, and if you do that, then you lose out on the, actually I would argue, the most important inspiration of all of these, which is the one for the Dark Urge. So again, don't do that. Either of these two options will work though. Alright, and here is the success for that.
The final lesson. Yes. For to teach absence, one must be... Come, sisters.
And that leads to his grisly murder by the by the nurses. So messed up. I love it. So Shadowheart there gets the Acolyte. Did my homework. Lae'zel is going to get a couple here as well as the the Dark Urge. So the Dark Urges gets Under the Knife. That is for having the nurses kill him. And then the best offense is Virtually Nonsense is actually an inspiration that you can get a couple of different ways. Basically, it's having one of these, the Thoms or whatever these guys are, die without actually having to fight. And then there, that last one was Lae'zel's, I think. Let me just see. I kind of missed that one. I'm pretty sure it was Lae'zel. Let's see here. Yeah, best offense is Virtually Not. So defeat a member of the Thorm family without drawing steel. And then an apple a day keeps the scalp away. Defeat the surgeon without being operated on. So that's, I guess you could get that in a couple of different ways. My assumption is you could just like straight up kill him, but I actually haven't tried that out. So 2 for Lae'zel, 1 for Shadowheart, and 1 for the Dark Urge for all of that. Yeah, Under the Knife is kill the surgeon using his own servile nurses. It doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem like it's or we're going to be able to do anything with the distressed patient. I did not. I mean, I tried just kind of killing him, and he was worth 1 EXP, but you just can't get that 1 EXP without him dying, because every option here with this conversation unfortunately ends with Malice Thorm killing him during the cutscene. So so after all of that, I'm ending at 2,184 experience. Obviously, we are level 9. Also, unfortunately, the nurses, though, now aren't worth any experience, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with them. Probably just let them be creepy here. But we do need to go down and take out the other 2. Oh, this is so gross. Man, this place really is disturbing. As someone who has spent a fair amount of time in a hospital, this is just disturbing. Nightmarish even. Anyways, yeah, here is one of the other nurses that we do need to take out. From what I was reading, she will block your way if you try to come through here. But as long as you come through, I guess the area that I came through, which was the children's ward, I think. There's no issues there. So let's take her out to Sister Cinda. And I missed it, but I did already take out the other nurse that's hanging out by okay, hanging out by what was that? Arabella's parents, who are unfortunately deceased now. Not really sure how that all plays. Oops, I didn't go through the right door, I don't think. Yeah, here it is. It's right through here. So here are the parents. This nurse here is actually a vendor. I wasn't interested enough in keeping her around though to buy more off of her, but she had some items. But anyways, all right. So that's where we're at right now. 2274 for the time being. All right. Next up is this big fight out here. What is this? Whoops, hit the wrong button. On the western side of the House of Healing. Oh, did I not loot? Uh-oh. I forgot to loot the big guy in the center there, the boss. But anyways, I just wanted to point out, so here I'm at 2954 after this pretty big battle here. Okay, next up is in the House of Healing morgue. There are a couple of inspirations, and this one is kind of interesting because you get two, again, for the price of one. And that's by reading Olem's journal. So we're here in the morgue, I guess this little area, southwest corner, kind of. And then the journal is just found right here on this desk. And that gets you, like I said, two inspirations. One for Shadowheart. Gosh, always really annoying that these aren't in order anymore. Blessed's Final Rest. So that is that one. And then the other one is for Gale. And Gale's is the Snuffed Spark. Okay, next inspiration there, if you saw pop up, it was called Hippocratic No More. That is another one for Gale, and that is the, I guess, where am I at? The west side of the morgue, and it is obtained by reading the surgeon's research notes. Okay, next up is actually just the cursed Kuo Toaz, the fishmen. Accidentally did this solo, but you know, good thing I'm playing on the easiest difficulty. Also, I missed the footage, but down here in the Omnis Crevice, I'll just hop on down in here one more time. This area connects to the morgue. The interesting thing I thought was, and maybe I just didn't see the way down, but I had to use Misty Step to kind of get around. So basically, I came in from across the way there, which I guess is like right here on the map, right? And I just used Misty Step to get across. There was I think this gilded chest was actually over here. I sent it to one of my teammates and then opened it up. And then I was actually able to jump from here over to here. You know, some combination of Misty Step and maybe other ways that I guess I didn't quite see may have helped. But anyways, there are a couple of enemies down here in the bottom. It looked like there was a couple of, what were these things called? A couple of fetid ooze, and then there was a hollow armor, which also turned into a shadow, I think. But pretty easy battle as well. And I just wanted to at least add that in here. But here's the current tally, 4,824 EXP. Okay, next up is the Mason basement, or yeah, the basement of the Masons Guild. And I did fight a few shadows, and then there was a wraith around here somewhere too. Not too tough of a battle, and they ended at 54-54 for experience. Okay, so next up is I'm in the Toll House, and I'm going to do this kind of in two ways. There is an inspiration for Astarion here that we will get, but not through this initial conversation. I am going to give it basically all of my gold. I'm going to say, who are you? Let's see, if I give you gold, what do you get in return? Alright, let's toss the creature a gold piece. She'll tell us that's not enough. And then you ask, how much do you want exactly? And you're going to want to say, fine, take it all. Also, I guess just keep in mind, though, that you want to have all of your companions far away from you, because nobody is going to like this. So, it's a little weird. I'm not sure why everyone's so or no one likes that option, but they don't. So again, keep in mind, or make sure that they're really far away from when you actually do that. It also gives us this item. Did I? Oh, I kind of lost it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's where all of our money was. That's the signed trade visa. Yeah, let's examine this. Turn to gold. It says turn to gold, can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions, which is pretty crazy, but it's single use. I'm not sure if or where I'll ever use that, but it definitely does seem interesting. But at this point now, we're going to attack it, and actually, probably what I'll do here is I'll just start in on the visages or visages. What's the plural of visage anyway? We need to take all of them out. And it actually will, it'll reduce Garaggoth's stats. So yeah, I'll pick this up once I get a couple of them down, because you need to take out all of these first, and then that'll actually give us the inspiration for Asterion. Just about to finish this battle, and so basically every time you kill one of these visages, a bunch of Garaggoth's whatever armor falls off. And I think this is the last one, so let's just pop this. or get a critical miss. You know, that works too. Alright, let's try that again. There it is. Takes one to know one. So I think that is, it should say something about taking off all of Garaggoth's armor. Takes one to know. Expose the true form of the toll collector by removing all her gold armor. So that's the gimmick to the fight, you know, is to just kill off the visages. And that is how you get the inspiration. Now, unfortunately, though, much like, you know, other areas in the game, there isn't going to be any extra experience for this. Once you pay her all of your gold, that is where all the experience comes from. So I'm just going to finish her off here. And I noticed that the weapon she summons also doesn't, you know, give you any experience when you kill that either. So I guess just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, there just isn't a way to get any extra experience aside from Asterion's inspiration there. Also, you know, technically Lae'zel would have got a inspiration as well when we paid her, because of the what is it? The best offense is virtually nonsense can trigger in 3 different spots. It's, you know, it's basically for not fighting one of the Thom family. So, anyways, that is it. Let's let me just check what my. Here's my experience currently, 6,674. So that is where we're at. Okay, next up is playing the lute for Art Kola, who is, you know, within the Last Light Inn. After speaking to Fis Jahir, or Jahar, I'm not sure what her name was anymore, but after that you want to bring Halsin in, and then we'll just use the lute here.
Daniel, he's still trapped there.
Calm. Breathe.
A century.
I will, but I need to know where Thank.
I'm not sure I can put it into words. The landscape there shifts and changes.
All right, was there anything that could offer guidance? Something that didn't change?
I can work with them. Meet me by the lakeshore. I have what we need to proceed, but I'll need your help.
All right. Off to the lakeshore. Although I do need to grab Karlach for this. So, I think this is one of the spots though in the game where you want to make sure that you don't.
Are you sure that's the best course of action?
Do a long rest, or at least don't do that too many times once Halsin has gone to the lake, because I was reading that it'll actually kill him. So don't just leave him out there.
Oh, hi.
Well, let's grab Karlach here. She's gonna have an inspiration for this, so I'm definitely gonna want to have her around. Get back on over here. All right, let's head out. Okay. There we go. I think the ox are still stuck down here. That's funny. I brought them all out here with minor illusion, you know, to lure them away from prying eyes. And when they, or after I did a long rest, they were still out there. So not sure exactly why that was the case, but whatever. All right, so here is Helson. We'll just interact with him here.
You're here. Good. Now we can begin.
I want to know what to
Daniel is trapped in the
expect.
Shadowfell, but thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. Now I must go there alone.
Wait, hold
No,
on. Shouldn't I come with you?
This opportunity has been 100, but I didn't bring you here to witness an old druid's grandstanding. With the Oak Father's blessing, I can infiltrate. I need you to stay here. Keep the portal open until I return.
All right, you can count on me.
It took me years of study, of seeking the Oak Father. It's ready. I'll return with...
All right, let's do it. So I assume this is just going to be, you know, protecting the portal here from, yeah, it looks like shadows. I'll do this mostly off screen, and then I'll pick it back up once I'm close. Okay, so this is the the aftermath of this battle. You can see there's just corpses everywhere. I love it. Very very fun fight. And you do get the inspiration for Karlach here, which was, let's see here, Grove Keeper's Keeper. Protect Helson's portal while he saves the spirit of the land. Also, let's take a look here. My tally is at 8,115 experience. Okay, next up is actually recruiting Helson. It looks like after defending him and the portal, I just want to go back to camp and progress through the options there, and he will eventually say that he will join you. So we're going to have him join.
You will need to make an opening for me if I'm to follow you.
I guess we'll have him take Karlach's place for a little bit. And there we have it. He has officially joined. And needs to be leveled. Okay, next up is just a little bit to the east of the shadowed battlefield is the House in Deep Shadows. There are two inspirations. Well, I mean, it's really one inspiration, but it's for the Outlander, which Karlach and Helson can get because they're both Outlanders. I'm going to do this in probably a little bit of a weird way, though. I think what I'm going to do, and unfortunately, though, actually, if you want to get the inspirations, you have to, you won't get all of the potential experience here, which is annoying, but what are you going to do? So, anyways, let's get this started here. So here is Oliver.
Will you play with me?
And he wants to play hide and go seek. Let's go, who are you?
I'm 7.
And then you want to play fine.
Finally.
And then, alright,
Get
let's
ready.
begin. And I need to move the steering here. I messed this up last time. Also, I should say, keep Helson away, down by the waypoint, because he will lose actually some approval if you agree to play hide and go seek with Oliver. I don't really understand why, but whatever. Fair enough. So, okay. Oh, and I need to switch my difficulty here because I've still got it on Tactician. I don't think that this is... I don't think that it's possible. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There may be a way to do this, but I think you're going to be having a lot easier time if you try to do this on Explorer. Basically, what I'm going to try to do is one-shot Mommy and Daddy, and that will get us a little bit of extra experience. I shouldn't say extra, though, because we're still going to end up 50 below where we really could because of the choice here that I'm going to make. But anyways, I'll just explain it a little bit better as we go through here. But
You weren't supposed to find me.
all we need to do is walk up to where Oliver is at and say, let's play again.
Try to find...
And then this part is, you actually have to be really careful about where your characters are at. If you can see here, so this is Daddy up here, he's a shadow, and then Doggy is over here, and then Mummy is over here. And you just need to stay out of their line of sight for this part. It automatically puts you into turn-based mode. And you can just walk right up to here. And then, So all right, so here's the deal. Mommy and Daddy are both worth 180 experience, and the dog is worth 50. The problem is, if you want to get the inspirations, you can't kill all three. You can only kill 2 of the 3. And then on top of that, you have to do it like from stealth, and you have to one-shot them. I don't know if there's other combinations that will work, but basically, my guess would be any way that you can one-shot these guys will work. Also, Oliver is hiding around here somewhere. I can't see him with Asterion, but anyways, really all I did here was give Asterion like a potion of Hill Giant Strength. I'm not actually going to probably have this on screen because it took a lot of save scumming to actually one-shot Mummy. But once you one-shot her, and I'll just show you. This is going to put me into combat, my guess is. Yeah, I didn't get that close. That was a crit too. So yeah, it takes quite a bit to actually one-shot her. The problem is if combat like officially starts, you've basically lost in terms of Oliver's prize. And so, like I said, the only way to actually make this work in the way that I wanted was to one-shot Mummy, and then you probably need to move, you know, your 2 characters that are around here kind of into this area here. That way Daddy and the dog won't see you. And then the next round you can try to one-shot Daddy in the same way. And so what I'm going to do here is I'll just reload my game if I can find this. Yeah, it's right here. I'll just load this one just so I can show you kind of how I'm actually going to do this. And again, unfortunately, I'm going to have to sacrifice 50 EXP for this because I'm not going to actually end up killing the dog. Again, like I said, the problem with finishing or killing the dog as well means that you've lost in terms of Oliver's game. It's kind of funny. It's also kind of, you know, weird that you can actually take out 2 of the shadows and still, you know, be considered to have won the game with him. But, you know, it is what it is. So here you can see this is the evidence left behind from Asterion one-shotting Daddy as well. But one of the other things that you can do that it's just really not important at all is actually you can pickpocket the ring from Oliver that we're going to get from him. And then when you actually interact with him and quote-unquote win, he will give you a different ring, but it's garbage and it's not worth much. So there isn't really much reason to do that. So anyways, I'm going to break my hide here. And like I said, I've already killed Mummy and Daddy, which again got me I think, what would that be, 360 experience. And then what I want to do here is interact with Oliver.
You're good at this.
And
Sure
again, there it is. That's basically him. Or you're considered to have won at that point. And you can see there, Halsin is getting the Child's Play inspiration, and then Karlach will be getting it as well. Okay, next step, which I've actually already done, is to knock out Oliver. And again, make sure that you're using, you know, non-lethal attacks. And then after you've done that, you need to rest once, and that'll have Oliver back up and running around. And at that point, we can interact with him here.
No, leave me alone.
And he will take off on us. Little bastard, where'd he go? Alright, and then we need to step through his little portal that he leaves behind. And that will transport us directly into battle. I'm not sure if you can just use a waypoint. So like use the Wraithwind Town waypoint, because he's, you know, basically he's right here. But I'm not sure if you can use that waypoint to get here instead. I just didn't try that. One interesting thing here that I thought was really cool though is, so now Mommy and Daddy are here, and you can see that the description is the exact same as well, right? So that's Daddy, and then strongest Daddy ever, and then Mummy, best Mummy ever. One kind of odd thing though is the dog isn't here. Now I don't know if the dog would have been here if I actually would have finished it off. So hard to say on that one. If that is the case though, that would actually be even more experience that you could potentially get. I really should have tested that out. Maybe I'll do that really quick. Okay, so I actually just tested that out, and no, the dog is not here either way, which is a little weird, but Actually, I guess kind of better for me. Sort of. If the dog would have showed up, that would have actually been a total of 100 extra experience that I could have got, but not the case. Anyways, onto the interesting thing now. Here, just finishing off Daddy, and we do get the 180 experience from him. Now, that is actually very strange because in most cases, or probably actually in every case up until this point, if you kill something, that's it. You get the experience that one time and never again. But in this case, I'm not really sure why, but you get the experience twice. So again, very, very good idea when you're playing the hide-and-go-seek game to kill both Mummy and Daddy to do that. And honestly, to be, the best way, or the most experience that you can actually get is by killing off the dog as well. So I'm going to probably finish off this the battle off screen, and then I'll pick this up kind of once we're at the end of it.
Are you crying?
All right, so the are you crying? The conversation that happens after the battle does actually result in a little bit of approval from Halsin. Actually, looks like quite a bit.
It's done at last.
Okay, next up is you need to enter the waning moon and speak with, what is this guy's name? Thizabald Thorm. This is the team that you'll want to have as well. Obviously, playing as the Dark Urge, so always part of the party. But anyway, Karlach and Halsin will get an inspiration here, as well as Asterion. So also, there's a ton of approval that comes from both of those, Asterion and Halsin. So one of the let's just start this off. What in the nine hells are you serving? Pick up the tankard, and then it's actually probably it's okay to I guess have the conversation with Asterion, if that's even possible. I know they've made some changes recently, and I actually didn't test it if Asterion can actually be the main character initiating this conversation. I can't say for sure though. But anyway, if you go with the sleight of hand, this will get Asterion's. Oh, nice. This will get Asterion's inspiration, and then there's a bunch of approval, and then I'm gonna go with this top option because who really cares? And I've actually already done all of these, so I'm probably just gonna skip through these. But basically, it's just a back and forth between you and him, where he'll ask you he'll ask to tell, or for you to tell him some stories. And then you either choose to drink or choose not to. But for sure you want to go with one sleight of hand so that you can get Asterion's, and then you also do want to drink at least once as well. And that's how you get Karlach and Halsin's. So just make sure that you do that. Okay, so last thing that I actually wanted to bring up regarding the latest Thorm victim of ours was that oh, there it is, Thizabald Thorm was actually the inspiration regarding the Dark Urge. Basically, it's just it's making him essentially drink himself to death, and that is the lack of moderation is key. So it says kill the brewer with his own brew. And that's just continually going through the options and either using the sleight of hand option to pretend to drink, or by using the like the kind of like Constitution or whatever, which is where you actually do drink. And if you just continue to do that, he will basically kill himself using his own brew, which again will get you the lack of moderation. And then again, there was the two for the Outlander, and then the one for Asterion as well. Before you leave here, there is a loose plank, kind of where Thorm was at, and if you walk by this, you should get a perception check, and then inside the plank, or the planks are a container, And inside is Madeline's ledger, and that's the item that you need for, I forget the name of this guy out here, but he was the, oh, He Who Was. So we'll go and finish that quest up next. Alright, so actually, before I turn in the quest with the, what is it, He Who Was or whatever, I wanted to do the Githyanki ambush. Because that's just north of kind of where I was at already. And that's obviously right here, and here's the Road to Baldur's Gate waypoint, which is also kind of one of the nicer things to do before you, or before I turn that quest in, obviously, is get this waypoint here so that I don't have to like walk all the way through here one more time. But at this point, I am going to go back to, it looks like the last light in is probably the closest waypoint. Okay, next up is just finishing the He Who Was quest. Now, you want to make sure, and I should have done this actually a while back, but you want to make sure that you knock him out first, and the Raven. And then you'll have to do a long rest after, which will then pop him back up. Now, after I did that, he was not very happy with me, no surprise. If you want to avoid that, I think if you go into turn-based mode and then put a fog cloud down and then just knock him out, usually that will make it so that he won't, or you won't lose any sort of approval with these NPCs. But if you don't do that, all you have to do is open up a trade with him. You know, when you do the conversation, it'll say something about a well-timed gift. You know, we'll smooth things over. And then usually what I do is I just put some money in the or some gold in the trade window and just hand it over. I think I had to give him about 1,000, and that brought him into like the orange area, which made it so that I could then interact with him. And then all you want to do is just go into stealth and steal the money back. So pretty easy stuff. But anyways, let's go with Here, Take It.
And you will be the judge.
Also, before I forget, because I forgot the last time I did this, make sure that you've got Shadowheart with you. There is an inspiration for her for this. So let's see here. I'm here to make sure she sees justice.
Witness.
All right. Why don't you tell me what happened? What did the Dark Justiciar actually do to your friends? Let's see here.
I'd do anything to take it back. Anything.
So I'm gonna go with the Barbarian Persuasion option here. You don't want to go with the bottom option. He Who Was will not be happy with that. Let's go with the Guidance option. I'm actually gonna save too, because you just never know. Nailed it. All right.
You're right.
You broke her most thoroughly.
All right.
Well done.
She was punished. That's all that matters.
Satisfied. You have done well. Here, for your services.
All right, and it. Oh, it looks like I actually could have taken out the Raven here. Oh, and there he just disappeared. So that, though, is why you really want to knock him out before you complete that quest. Because he just disappears right afterwards. So it can be tough. I never even tried to kind of catch him, but I don't know if you can. That happens so fast that I think you're just a lot, you're better off to make sure that you take care of that before. Okay, so since this one has run pretty late, but I did accomplish everything that I wanted for this one, I am going to end this one here, but I just wanted to point out, so I'm sitting at 10,820 experience, and that is obviously having done basically anything north of the Moonrise Towers, aside from Roland. Roland is down here in this this area that is still that I have not uncovered yet, and that'll be happening after basically breaking his brother and sister out of the Moonrise Towers. So anyway, that is kind of like where I'm gonna be sitting at prior to doing Moonrise, and that will be in the next video. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.